guys. We thought we'd come. We haven't vlogged in a while, so we thought we'd do a little question and answer. A lot of people have had a lot of questions about where we've been and what's been going on. And yeah, I'm really sorry we've kind of dropped off the planet, and a lot of people have been pretty concerned and worried about our safety, but we are safe. We're here. I had to take a last minute trip out to Utah, and then we didn't have internet for a little bit, and then I kind of got in a
YouTube funk
and a life funk kind of thing. So this is kind of like a little vulnerable piece here into my life. So I'm opening myself up to a lot of possible negative comments. But yeah, I was just like in a big funk with everything. Like I was really struggling with YouTube, and just I think I had just kind of depleted myself over the last couple months, and I just kind of had to check out for a few days. So that's kind of where we've been, and haven't been online a whole lot. One, because we were forced to get offline, and then two, I just kind of needed to like retreat and recoup and gather some strength back. And so we're back. So we're glad to be here. So is the kitty. Kitty's happy to be here. So for those of you that are new to our channel or don't really know what's happening, do you want to share what we're doing next year?
Yeah, we are volunteering for a group called Operation Underground Railroad in a foreign country. And our main goal and our main purpose while we're here is to try to help Operation Underground Railroad find aftercare centers and develop relationships with aftercare centers, so they have a place to put girls that they rescue, and boys, but mainly girls that they rescue from sex trafficking. And so we spent a lot of time since we've been here working with orphanages, aftercare centers, also working in some poorer neighborhoods that are also high risk for trafficking, trying to help some kids stay in school. And
then we're also working with women and girls that have been trafficked and helping them with their with whatever things that they stand in need of. So like just last week, and actually tomorrow, we're going to teach an English class because that's a skill that they want to learn. It'll help them in the future with their jobs.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're doing. We have kept our location secretive. It's not top secret, but some people have been figuring it out on our YouTube channel. And so if you have figured it out, thank you for keeping it a secret and not saying where we're at. We don't want to broadcast where we're at. We're okay when people figure it out, and we just hope that you guys will help us keep that private, just because we are working with women and children that have been trafficked. And so we kind of are putting ourselves a little bit at risk as well. So it's just kind of a safety precaution, so that we're not just saying like, hey, this is where we're at, come find us. But our loyal YouTube followers and subscribers, we're okay if you guys figure that out. But there is just a difference between advertising. We can't keep it a secret. But it is different if you're advertising where you're at, and so we just don't feel good about advertising where we are.
But we also don't want to just hide. I mean, we could just not do a YouTube channel, but we feel like putting this out there lets people know more about it, and hopefully gives people the desire to help the organization. So that's mainly why we keep doing our YouTube channel.
Yeah, as well. And there's so much good that can come out of it, and awareness that comes out of this. And we've taken a lot of precautions. So the apartment that we're in has security guards, and we've like changed the locks on all of our doors, and there's a lot of safety features here in our apartment. So we feel good about our safety, and we just take all the precautions that we can. Mm-hmm. So what else do we want to talk about?
Well, we've been getting a lot of different questions that come up in the comments on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. And a lot of people email me or reach out to me on our Living a Good Story Facebook page.
Yeah.
Or a Facebook group. So some of the questions are, do you remember?
So like one is, how can people get more involved with O.U.R.
Yeah.
or help us?
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of ways you can do that. Sharing probably the easiest thing to do is share our YouTube channel videos because that gets the word out there and helps people know more about it. We also, what else?
Well, you can go to the O.U.R. website. So if you go to, something's flashing on the camera. I don't even know what that means, but we're still filming, so we're good. Okay, that flashing meant the card was full, so we're back in business. Okay, go to the O.U.R. website. It's O.U.R, so O.U.R rescue.org. Go sign up to be a volunteer or to become an abolitionist and just start pledging $5 a month, which helps a lot, because if more people just contributed $5 a month, it can really help a lot.
Yeah.
So those are two really big ways that you can go out and support the anti-trafficking. And
we also have a campaign that we're doing. It's for O.U.R, so we're just raising money for O.U.R. And so we'll put a link to that in the comments or in the description for our campaign, and that money goes and helps O.U.R with their rescues and their aftercare. Yeah,
and we'll be able to pull money from that. So one of the things I want to do next is do some Days for Girls training with the girls that we're working with and help them make their own sanitary pads. So I'm hoping to be able to raise enough money for a sewing machine. It's my goal. Is one of my goals. We've got a lot of goals, but that's just kind of like in my brain right now.
And then we also have a newsletter.
Oh, we do have a newsletter
that you can sign up for. How would they sign up for that?
The easiest way is to actually go on our website, our webpage, and that's just www.livingagoodstory.com, and you can sign up for that on our website.
Yep. Another question that we get a lot is how we afford to do this.
Yes.
Since we're not working full-time.
We get that a lot.
Maybe more than anything else.
Yeah. And that's a really good question, because a lot of you guys want to be living your good stories, and it involves not being tied to a 9-to-5 job in one city or one location. So can you live a good story when you have a 9-to-5 job?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Totally. But if you want that freedom of not being tied to a location, then really you need to find something that you can do from anywhere. And we have set that up for ourselves, where we have a job where we work through the internet, and we have a doTERRA essential oil company business that we do. It's multi-level marketing, and it has been really successful for us. It's blessed our family not only financially, but also it has helped us with our health goals. Michael was able to get off his anxiety medication through essential oils, and I was able to get off of my asthma medication from that. So and that's really why we started to do this as a business, selling essential oils, was because that was like really miraculous for both of us, that we were able to get off our medications.
Yeah.
And so we were like, everybody needs these. Even if they don't have anxiety and asthma, there's other things that these things can do, and everybody needs them. And so we've just built, over the last 5 years, we've built a residual income through our doTERRA business. And so that's what we do. And I do have a video. I'll also include that in the link if you just want to know more about what that actually is and what it looks like and what the company is, then you can just check it out. I think it's like a 30-minute video. I made it a few months ago when we were still living in our house. So you guys can check that out if you're interested in learning more about what that is. But I definitely recommend a residual income if you want to be traveling full-time or living abroad in some way. Then creating a residual income for yourself is a really great way to do that.
Yep, it's worked well for us.
And then
it seems like people care more about our dogs than us.
True. Which
nobody cares if bad things happen.
Hurtful.
Nobody cares if, like,
that's not true. Not nobody.
Oh,
not.
never mind.
There's a few people.
Cut.
Yeah, cut, because that's not true. We really have like amazing viewers. We have like awesome subscribers, and I was really touched when I just started getting back online yesterday that there's so many people messaging us through our Facebook group, our Facebook page, and reaching out to us through email and texting. Friends and family are calling like, hey, we haven't seen any videos, what's going on? You guys have like dropped off the face of the earth. So we take that back. But there were a bunch of trolls that came on, and that's what they were. Those were not our viewers coming on that video. And just,
they were really mad about our dogs.
That we
would not,
that we can't bring them, but literally where we are at,
we can't.
There's no possible way. Like everybody was like, oh, there's got to be a way. I will find a way for you. And then once they started researching where we're at and where we were going, they were like, you're right. This company that I found doesn't work.
So, but we didn't want to not help children that are being sex trafficked. Right. And so we found a really good home for our dogs with my aunt and uncle.
And they are the cutest.
Yeah.
They like paint the dogs' toenails.
Paint their nails.
Oh, and then the first day that the dogs showed up, they had welcome Jada and Lily. I know, we're like, dang it. Like they're way better owners than we were.
The dogs are, I'm sure the dogs miss us, but they're happy where they're at.
They are definitely happy. They're going on daily walks with Uncle Jim.
Yeah.
And
they live in Idaho.
And when I stopped by to bring them some dog food, because they are going to let us have our dogs back when we get home. But I stopped by and dropped some dog food off at their house, and they were just outside in the front yard. And Jada's pretty deaf, so I called out to her and she couldn't hear me, and then like she happened to look up at me, and it was so cute. She just like came trotting over to me. She's kind of old too, so she like can't really run very well, and her tail was wagging, and she started kissing me. And then Lily was kind of like around the side of the yard, and she heard me, and she just came bolting. She like sprinted to me. She recognized my voice, and so it was so fun. It was really fun to see the dogs. But I got to observe them before they saw me, and they were very happy, and they are being taken care of. Lily's still really fat. Fat and happy. And then we've kind of had
the other thing is our kids, like what's happening with Rhys and Maya.
Yeah. So Rhys went back to Utah for lacrosse season.
Yep.
And then we kind of had a change of plans.
That's through the end of May.
Yes, so Rhys will be back at the end of May. And then we kind of had a change of plan with Maya. It just didn't go as we had expected. And
I think it was really hard on us not to be with her.
It was really hard. Rhys is very strong, very independent.
Older.
And he's 3 years older, which makes a big difference. And so when the same day that Rhys went back to Utah, I went as well. And then I drove up to Idaho, got Maya, and we flew home. And it was a really quick turnaround. I mean, like, it was just a few days, and it was like last second decision. And Maya is doing awesome here. I don't think I've seen her this happy in a really long time. So,
yeah.
You look sad.
No, I'm not sad.
You look sad then.
I look angry.
Michael has an angry face.
She didn't come home, I mean,
oh, go ahead.
It wasn't anything to do with like my family. They were
they're awesome. Like they were so supportive and loving.
Really I just don't want people to, I'm sad because I don't want people to like speculate on anything, because it wasn't anything like huge. It was really hard for me not to be with her.
Yeah.
Like I was really happy.
She's only 13, and she looks a lot older than she is, and so sometimes we like expect her to be more mature because she does look so much older, and she kind of thinks she's older, but she's not. She's still a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was just kind of a last second change of plans, and I'm really pleased with the decision. I think it's it's
It's
good
just
for
good
her
to have her with us.
Yeah, it's really good to have her with us.
And she's been able to help a lot at the places we've gone, and like some kids in the orphanages have latched onto her and kind of really loved her and just been attracted to her. Like that's the fun thing, is like we go to these places and people are drawn to certain people. Like, so there's kids that are drawn to Mason, there's kids that are drawn to Rhys or Mia or Marissa, but it was fun to see the kids that were drawn to Maya that wouldn't have been drawn to us.
Yeah.
And like,
it was
she
neat.
had a little girl the first time we went to the orphanage.
Cute.
We were there for like 3 hours, and the girl talked to her for 3 hours straight. She's probably 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Non-stop. And
In
Maya
Spanish.
in Spanish. And Maya just was like nice and okay. And like at the end, the girl's like writing down Spanish in a notebook.
She was trying to teach Maya Spanish.
Teach
It was
Spanish
the cutest
so they could
thing
talk.
ever. It was so cute. And Maya just would like smile at her and be like, okay.
And she's helping us with the English classes.
Yeah.
So it's been really good to have her with us.
It's really good to have her back.
And then the other kids are doing pretty good. I think it's easier for them to adjust, the 2 younger kids.
Absolutely.
I think there's been a few times where you can tell that maybe there's some stress or something that's getting to them, and they don't really know why or how to communicate that. And so, but in general, like, they have friends down here. Madeline loves going to the orphanages because she has like 60 friends.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And Mason really likes the orphanage
Mason has fun too.
But the nice thing we didn't anticipate is we've made a lot of American, or I shouldn't say American because America is like bigger than the United States, but U.S. Embassy friends. And United States friends that work at the embassy, and that's been really, like, we just didn't anticipate that at all. So our kids have actually made some really good friends already, and Maya already has made some friends.
But they get enough
English
experience.
speaking.
Yeah, they get enough experience with non-Americans that they're wanting to learn Spanish. So it's like a good mix.
It's fun because after we go to an aftercare center or something, everybody comes home and we're all like on our Spanish learning apps or on Rosetta Stone on the computer, like, or Madeline likes to watch SpongeBob. She learns a lot of words from SpongeBob in Spanish.
I think it's Bob Espo.
Yeah, what he said. And how's my Spanish coming along?
Muy bueno.
Muy bueno. What did I do the other day?
I wasn't saying
really
you
excited.
What I like about Marissa is that she gets that she has to put herself out there. So like she introduces herself to people.
And then if you introduce yourself in Spanish,
or she asks them
then
their
they start
names.
like, and I'm like, oh, I just like opened up a can of worms.
Yeah.
And then I have to say, no hablo español, or no comprende.
Like you went and got a bike.
Oh, that's right. I went and bought a bike, and I didn't know
What
how
did
to.
you say?
I was so proud of myself. I said, ¿Dónde está? Oh, now I forgot. Las bicicletas adultos. And then I like showed like, I need you to point. Because she just started like telling me exactly where they were, and I was like, just point. And then I needed to know where the bike locks were, and I did not know the word for locks, so I looked it up on Google Translate. I tried to say it, and he was like, I have no clue. So then I pulled up on the internet a picture and pointed to it, and then he took me there. So I try and get out on my own every so often because it does force me to like actually listen and not rely on Michael to speak.
Yep.
So that's kind of where we're at, and
we're in a new apartment and a car too. We need
I
to
know.
Shh. Oh.
Okay, so we're like gonna have to like, because of this funk and everything that I went through, and like where I didn't vlog, we're still videoing. I know. We will share with you the video still of getting our apartment and getting a car and driving for the first time in this crazy traffic. So we will still share those with you. I will try and get caught up. It may be just like
I like went into
boom,
the
boom,
zone
boom.
there, like people are gonna be like, what was he doing? Because I was like, I started thinking about all those things. I was like,
we've done a lot. We've gotten a lot done. But
if you told people like what we've got done,
I know.
When you're here and you, like, I got a bank account, that seemed like a big deal.
It was a big deal. It took
stuff
4
that
weeks.
when you turn 18 and you do for the first time and you think you're an adult, like
I'm so big time.
We're doing
I'm
that
so
again.
cool.
Like, I got a car in only 5 weeks.
Yeah.
I just went and bought groceries.
All by myself.
So
Yeah.
that's how it is.
All right. Well, thanks, you guys. We just love you guys, and we're so grateful for all of your support and for following our story.
Yeah, we do really appreciate that you guys watch. And so if you have anything else, any other questions, put them in the comments, and we can do another Q&A down the road.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just don't ask how I get my hair so amazing, because it's genetics. There's nothing you can do about it.
No, here's the real deal, is when I went back to Utah.
You bought me 2 things of hair product.
I know, but I went to 3 different Walmarts to find that hair product, and I could only scrounge up 2.
It's the hair.
It is the hair. It's so luscious. I feel like we've like signed off like 5 times already.
Yeah, you just have to edit all this out.
Okay, will do.
I want this to be a 2-minute video.
We're at like 20 minutes. All right, last sign off. Kitty's gonna sign off with us. Goodbye. Good night.
She's not.
She's not loving it. Okay. Again, thanks you guys. We love you.